Huge news coming in from the Solana ecosystem today, and unfortunately, it is not good. And it's not an April Fool's joke either, by the way. I know it's April 1st, but no joke. Drift Protocol, a perps project on Solana, top 10 DeFi project within their ecosystem, lost about $270 million in a hack. Now, if you haven't been around in a little while, $270 million in general is a lot. It's especially a lot during a bull market, but it's even more during a bear market. $270 million is no joke. That was about more than half of their protocol, unfortunately. There were some rumblings on crypto Twitter. Some folks from the Helios team were saying maybe it might have been something related to some sort of like compromised, I think it was like, information about people that might have been on the Security Council or whatever they may have, people that may control the keys to some of the funds that Drift holds. Something in relation to that in North Korea. I'm not going to claim any that is true. I think they might have actually deleted that thread that they posted and said that there's going to be an update later on. But either way, it's still terrible. It seems that, as you may have seen some of my other videos, there's a lot of projects shutting down, unfortunately, within this bear market. But there's also a lot of projects getting hacked. Now, to be clear, this is by far one of the biggest ones, probably in quite some time. I can't remember the last really big hack, to be honest, off the top of my head. But this is obviously whether you're, one thing just to comment on it, because if you're on crypto Twitter, you've probably seen it. This is terrible for all of crypto, right? Even though Solana TVL is down like 9%, 10% or something like that on DeFi Llama, some teams, apparently, I didn't see it, but some teams may have taken this opportunity to, talk about how great their ecosystem is, or maybe even worse, disparage Solana's ecosystem for it. In all reality, it doesn't make a difference. It's still terrible. Whether it happened to Solana, an Ethereum, an Arbitrum, whatever, it's still pretty bad. And it's never a good look, especially for the broader crypto industry. It just kind of perpetuates the whole idea that some people think crypto's a scam or for whatever reason, right, what have you. Especially now that we're entering this phase of like maturation for crypto. Again, a lot of teams are unfortunately winding down. In this case, I guess some are getting hacked, but the ones that just so happen to be in the right place, have the right footing, those guys are the ones that are really onboarding traditional finance. And no matter which way you put it, this doesn't look good for broader crypto. Either way, because again, Drift wasn't some random protocol, it was literally one of the biggest on Solana. So I think it was a perps project in particular. I should have mentioned that earlier. But I definitely hope they can figure out who it is. Number one, of course, if you were affected by it, just keep your eye on crypto Twitter. Keep your eye on X. Keep your eye on maybe their comms. I obviously have no inside information on anything that's happening at this point, but so I know some teams, are able to figure out a way to make people right, in the long term, make people whole. But I tell you, man, for a hack that size, that's insane. And it's just terrible. I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of at a loss for words. The only thing that's nice, I will say, is that in this kind of era where we're entering, again, crypto's maturing, and we're kind of seeing, unfortunately, more control over certain assets. USDC is the most obvious one. There are ways to prevent funds from being sent too far before it's too late. Usually that involves the freezing of funds and stuff like that, like USDC or coins that are centralized in nature, of course, or even coins that are sent to centralized exchanges. Obviously, then they can be halted. But which again, a double-edged sword. Obviously, as you and I probably both know, who are in crypto, it's like ideally, in a perfect world, everything would be permissionless and there would be no central control over any assets. But when you actually need it because it's stolen, then that's when you'd have that centralized control, right? I don't know if Circle, Binance, or any other exchange that maybe those funds were sent to have stopped it, but definitely keep an eye on crypto Twitter. I think a lot of this stuff is still in flight. This happened literally just a couple hours ago, but figured I'd come on here, make a little video about it. Maybe get y'all's thoughts too. Maybe, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Drift, so the Solana ecosystem, maybe more than I am, or maybe even hacks. I don't know. Or, any of you are on-chain sleuths. Let us know in the comments if you know of anything. But yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll make an update video if people want it. If there is actual information that comes out, and hopefully it's not too much. If I made this video an hour ago, I would have ended up reporting that it was North Korea. Again, I have no idea if that's the case, but once maybe the Drift team says something, maybe that's when I can make another video if people want it. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.